empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. La 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 la. Oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Oh, no. To the sea for a getaway, car top down, and we're driving just to feel young. Moving away to the sea, moving away, can't you see? Sand in your feet, feel the breeze in the summertime. Stars in the sky, one dime for a first time. Moving away to the sea, moving away, can't you see? Working penny by the ocean, it's our favorite potion. Come on, baby, let me tell you one.
There you go.
Hi, everybody. Hi. We have a little bit of a fancy intro for you today before we get into our hobby building. And that is because not too long ago, I would say like in December, I bought a Jinx costume, which I know you can't really see right now because there's a box in the way. Don't worry, I'll reveal that to you in just a second. But before we begin our hobby build, I wanted to finally unbox my Nerf, the limited edition Jinx. What is
Step back holding it so you can see the size of this thing. Step that way.
that way? Obviously.
Sorry, it's mirrored.
There we go. Look at it. It's huge, and I want to open it up. So we're gonna do this beforehand because I thought it would just be something fun and distracting. Yes. Ta-da! Jinx costume. I have a wig. I just haven't styled it or anything yet. So sorry. I do have boots and all.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yes, bring us around. But yeah, so full costume, boots. It's actually really awesome.
Yeah, I love the boots, actually. Like, I can't imagine they're the most comfortable.
They're fine short term. Like, I'm sure like a day at a con would be okay in them, but I wouldn't want to do more than a day. I'd also probably wear thicker socks if I was like full on.
Oh god, yes.
Yeah. Like out there and everything, so.
Alright, how's our positioning look?
I think we look good. Cause like now. Yes, Robert. At some point there will be Jinx content on the
Temples of Access.
On the Temples of Access, especially since like my top really, like, okay, I ordered a small with the fear that the bottoms may not fit because I have a very
small.
Yeah, exactly. I ordered this. This is the Meek costume, or the Meek costume.
Miku costume.
Yeah, Miku. It's M-I-C-C costume. It's M-I-C costume. Is like how it's.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. The point is it's one of the Asian brand like costumes, and so I always worry because I'm like, well, my upper half I feel like probably fits the small fine, and it does. And well, actually, this almost feels a little large. But the bottoms are like a little tight, and it's a dilemma. It's a dilemma that I'm sure many women in your life understand.
Whenever they order League of Legends costumes.
Whenever they themselves are also ordering League of Legends costumes. So, before we begin doing miniature building, I almost forgot the other thing that we were doing. I want to open this box. I want to see what this thing looks like. I want to see if I have to build it or anything.
I'm doing the bits.
Oh, there's a little bit of tape there. That's why this isn't wanting to slide off. Well, let me just open my drawer of sharp objects in my workshop. Woohoo! And open this. We also decided to partially do this because we realized that since my laptop that I got new for Christmas handled streaming super well, we can actually just move around.
Yes, and after we finish all this unboxing down here, we are going to get to Legion Imperialis.
Yes. Do this so that I can slide it. Oh, it's taped on this side too. That's the problem. I'm like, why is this not going? I feel like it should just be going. Get off. Make this easier so I can open up this box. Dang it. Retract the box. Don't move it out.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, it's still stuck.
It's still artsy.
Darn it. Alright, there we go. Oh. It's gone! Woo! Also, yes, hello everybody in chat. Sorry I haven't called everybody out specifically. Robert, Luke, Graham, my Legionnaires. It's lovely to see you guys. I've got... You're visible, but it's not like super legible for me. I mean, it is. It's okay. It's fine.
I can make it a little bigger.
No. It's absolutely fine. I'm just blinded by the light.
Okay, I'll turn the light down.
Okay. It's actually not.
Yeah, I zoomed it in even further.
Oh, actually, that's fine. That's great. I can read it now. Okay. Are you guys ready? Shark! How cute it is.
Fishbone.
Fishbone! Alright. I'm gonna lay him... Does he have a stand?
Yes.
He comes with a stand! Oh, that's so cute! I like it. It says Jinx, and then League of Legends, of course.
Yeah, technically this is from the game, not the anime, but do you really care?
No, I absolutely do not. And thankfully, it looks like there's like no assembly on this, which is fantastic. I wasn't sure with some of the pieces connected whether or not it would have... Oh, like the giant orange in his mouth. Alright, where's my trigger?
On the front.
There we go. That's so cool. I'm not gonna lie, this is like the coolest prop.
Glad you liked it.
Yeah. Woo! What do you guys think? Excellent. Yes, we are unboxing some new toys, absolutely. I've had this actually sitting, it's got a...
Does it do anything?
I'm sure it does. I haven't tried squeezing anything or like... These shoulder mounts actually quite comfortable. I don't know if they specifically designed this for like...
Push forward on his top fin.
Push forward?
Yeah, does it not move?
It goes back.
Okay. Close his mouth manually.
Oh. Oh!
Now push forward on the front. Or back, not sure.
Oh! Okay.
That's how you cock it.
Okay, so I gotcha.
You might need to fire it to release now.
No, there's no
Okay.
pressure there. Got it. Oh, for a second, I thought this hole right there was like where you could put a plug.
Okay, yeah, so you pull the fin back and then push it forward, and then pulling the trigger will fire 3 darts at a time.
Ah, okay. And so do I just manually
Yeah,
load
it's manual.
Ah.
It should be right there.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if we had, like...
I'm sure
darts
I
on it.
can notice it.
It's so long since I bought a new Nerf. Oh, I also apparently have some extra fins.
Yep.
Where do these go?
They go in the back.
Oh.
Here are the instructions for boot square.
Oh, they go. I see. Okay. Alright, and then I think this is the dark. Oh, they're blue. Oh, they're blue in paint. Very Jinx. Very, very funny. Metallica Kind, welcome, welcome. It's lovely to have you in chat. How are you doing? Alright. Okay, let's do one thing at a time, chat. We're gonna get the fins on first. Didn't realize the poor lad was...
So, per the instructions. We're looking at from the... Oh, flip it upside down.
Oh, is it on the bottom?
Yeah, they go on the underside.
Oh.
They go into here. On both sides.
Oh, that's why there's those gaps. Hey, go figure.
I go on the other side and didn't click it.
Oh, well, and this is where the
The holes are, right?
yeah. I think it's in.
Yeah, the holes should be the ones facing up. You're right.
Is there a third? There's not.
No, there's
Right,
only
so
two. Oh, move your hand.
Ah!
Got push. Yes.
Muscles! Alright, okay. Now, let's load her up.
You're going to get hammered for cute angle.
Okay, can you, oh, there we go.
I'm ready to get the camera.
Okay.
There you go.
Alright. Oop, I hell if I put the dark in the room.
Flash Gets does know some DACA when they sees it.
Heck yeah. Oh, I can't wait. So it's gonna fire 3 at a time?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
It
sense.
is currently primed, by the way.
Oh shit, okay.
For this one.
I do see the little bursts that I think it'll...
Yeah, I think it rotates.
Yep, I think so too, based off of the way that
Which makes sense, because I think Jinx in the video game has to crank one of the fins to the reload as well.
Is that the case? Okay.
Well, I think she has to also put a rocket.
Sith Reaper, it's going quite well. Oh, can you actually angle it a little bit more up? So I'm not bending down.
No.
Oh. Thank you.
To reiterate, this thing is a long arm. This thing you're facing.
Well, I trust you a lot.
I know, it's a Nerf gun. I don't trust that.
Okay, so
All right.
now if I just pull the trigger.
Yep, hold on, let me step over around. There's someone here has to be... Hold on! Hold on! Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, I shield.
Yes.
Okay.
We must be safe.
Yes, we must be safe.
I will not be setting a bad precedent.
Okay.
Oh! Right in the throat!
I feel this. Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, that actually stung. Ow.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were aiming at your chest. I was trying to go like chest.
I got two of the darts.
Okay, so now.
Okay. Ow! Hold on, you're not firing that again until I at least get some sympathy. Oh my god, I hope the frame rate caught that. Oh.
Oh, because you were facing away 100% if they saw
If I was like this, then it would have been in frame.
He's down.
Ow! Do I have to glow?
Angela's first kill.
Yeah, right
Is
there.
this right here?
Yes. Ow.
Yes.
And this is why we have eye protection checked.
Easy throat protection. Okay, I'm gonna aim much lower.
Okay. I'm ready.
No way to incite this. Oh, wait.
You have to push it.
Okay.
You have to close it completely.
I guess so.
And push it forward. Okay, that was fine.
That was what I'm. Here, you shoot me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now it's...
Oh, yes, of course.
Thank you, I'm not going to... Alright, so I don't think I need to close them out. I think I just need to pull this back and push that forward. Stings a bit, right?
Here, shoot my back, that way you can get flesh without, like, me worrying about...
Turn towards the camera more with the butt.
Okay, got it. Here you go.
Lever your step. Alright. Quality content here on Hobby Night.
The booty. Alright. Excellent job.
Alright, let's collect the darts and make sure we don't lose any of them.
Can't see anything with those on.
I think it should be 9.
Alright, we'll have 6, 7, 8.
Cool, we're good.
Woo!
So what is chat saying?
Nice outfit, workman's comp. You can apparently get workman's comp.
Good.
It's non-lethal, but at 10 feet, yeah, you're gonna feel it.
Right me out.
He does actually have a little bit of a red mark, like here-ish.
I was expecting to hit me in the chest. And
I
you
was
did something
aiming for
with a sting on the neck. I was like, oh.
Okay, it's got a really big mouth and it kind of blocks my field of view. All right. Well,
That was fun.
We're gonna now flip to be right back for just a moment, and we're gonna head back upstairs. Costume staying on and everything, but we're gonna go up there so that we can continue working on my Titan. So see you very, very soon.
Won't you take me just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like this time, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my hobby room. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah, I'll do that in a second. Can you be plugging in over there?
I did.
You should be good to go.
Perfect. How do I sound? How does music sound? Do I need to turn it down for you? It looks like it might be a little bit high. I'm gonna drop it a smidge.
You know, if it's getting up there.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
-40, they can barely hear.
I see. All right. Let me get this on, and we can switch over because last time we were working on my Titan. It's on.
Might need to re-engage it. That's fine.
Okay.
This happens. This is the first time we've tried doing this this way, everyone. Gonna switch that around.
I'm upside down! There we go.
I have found that sometimes you just have to switch it off and then back to the source.
Man of action, we are working on my Legion Imperialis army today. And last time we had started to drill a hole in the torso of my Titan for magnets. And I had told you that I was going to do a little bit of extra work off camera to get it prepped before we actually glued the magnets in. And I may end up taking the gloves off for this because I don't want to get glue on my gloves. I already got a tiny bit of glue on my leather pants that I was wearing earlier today. But yeah, so I want to make sure that we're not getting glue on the costume. But I think I've gotten the hole here in the Titan. Didn't mean to flip you off there. I'm so sorry. That was just me pointing with one of my fingers. Here in the Titan for these magnets. So my test kind of has been to get them into the slot and to see how much they constantly want to sit slightly crooked, but when I get them actually sitting in there correctly, this actually fits on and it doesn't have too much wiggle. So I think we're good to go. I'm going to clean it out a little bit more. Maybe seeing if I can get some sandpaper in there to take care of that and do a little bit extra work for me. But that's where we're at today. I am going to take these off because I'm worried I'm going to fuck them up. And literally this is my first time wearing this costume. I was like, the reason I was a little smidge late was because I was throwing this on going, I don't know where all these straps go. Fuck, I don't remember how Jinx's costume works. I had to look it up. Fine. And I do have the wig, just in case anybody's wondering. I will be styling that at some point, but I need to look into how to do that because I don't know how. I've never done it. I've normally just buy a wig and throw it on my head and go, that works. But this time, because it's Jinx and I know like her hair's very specific, I want to look into like what products I need to use in the wig to really let it keep its shape, etc., to be able to do sculpting. This isn't necessarily so that I can swap the look of the Titan. However, the main objective here, the reason why I want to put it in the torso, is I actually just want him to be able to rotate. Like, I want him to be able to pivot so that his head can be looking at different things. Thank you so much. I think that would just be really cool. I am also hopefully going to magnetize the arms. Fingers crossed. Thank you for subscribing, Evan Offfoot. It's lovely to have you here. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna use this first. So what I've kind of been doing, because I don't want to go too much deeper. I think we're basically at the correct depth that we need. I just don't think the hole is wide enough, and I unfortunately do not have a drill bit that is larger than this one that I've already used to get the initial hole drilled. So I'm kind of just winging it by scraping in circles my mold line remover. Not super far into the hole, but like on the upper edges, just to basically open that gap it up a little by little. And that seems to be working. Slowly but surely. I think I'm also scraping away a little bit of, like, the glue that I originally put in there. But I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue, because we're going to be putting more glue back in there. Where did my magnets go? Here they are. Nice. Yeah, I've done, I mostly do it for weapon swap, but I can definitely see it for if you want to, like, run either Chaos or Imperium, and you've got, like, you just swap, like, the little armor plates and I don't know why I'm lifting it up there. The little armor plates and everything. Like, I could see people even doing, like, swapping that out. Yeah, see, I think this is feeling like it's gonna fit in there pretty well. I'm trying to think if I have anything sandpaper-wise that I could use. I'm gonna use these scissors to hold that. Actually, no, I can use them. We'll stick to the... I just want to lose my magnets, but I also don't want to keep putting them back in with the other magnets, so I have to keep pulling them back out. This sandpaper. Can I get it? See, I don't think I can get the sandpaper side down enough. And, like, pointy enough. I wish... You know what I wish? Go to full face. You know what I wish? I wish that if you ever have done anything with dry mediums, like charcoal, colored pencils, even crayons, but it's those... They're not nylon, but for some reason... It's those paper tortellinis. They're not tortellinis, that's a food. But they're the white pencil-looking things that are just paper fibers in a point, and you use them for blending. They're like blending stick. Yeah, it's a blending stick, but there's like a specific word. It starts with a T.
Blending stick.
Yeah, but there's another word.
I have a master's in fine art. I took art classes for 7 goddamn years and then worked professionally as a designer for 10 years. It's a blending stick.
Okay, fine. The blending stick. You know the blending stick? I want one of those, but of sandpaper.
They make those.
Damn it, why don't I have them? And why am I... This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't have a way to report for that. Sorry.
That's fair. Oh, well, I need to look into that, because that is, like, the thing I need in my life. Okay, where's my magnets? On the tool I was using. Okay, that's feeling pretty good. Okay, I'm confident with that. Let me do that.
They appear to be commonly called sanding twigs.
Twigs? Oh.
Or sanding detailer.
I want some.
Because you can do, like, these things.
Oh my god. Okay, but do they have one that's, like, a rounded? Because, like, the sand... Like, the blending sticks are literally a, like... Like, they come to a point, yes, but it's a rounded point.
Or they just come in stick form.
Got it. No,
You can kind of get them tapered.
Okay, that's better, because that does at least have, like, a rounded edge. Yeah, I really just need, like, a really round edge on a pointy stick to go into holes when I'm doing sanding.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's what a Dremel is for.
Oh my god, you're right. It probably is, because there probably is, like, a...
Yeah, one of your 3 Dremels that people who love you have bought you and you refuse to use.
I mean, I think I've gotten it to the point where it's functionable, but I could go grab the drink.
I don't know if you want to do that tonight.
No, I don't think I'm going to do it tonight, but...
That's
fair. That's fair.
Isn't it adults?
Hobby Lobby has them? You put sandpaper around the back of your paintbrushes. Ah, does it stick well?
Double-sided tape.
Also, they do make them, but you get them at Gundam shops? I could believe that.
He wants dinner.
Oh my goodness! Okay. I'll be right back, you guys. I'll even leave this open so you can see me go and see me come back. But my kitty is hungry. He wants his din-din. So I'm gonna go give him that. You have sponges, that would work better. But the problem is that the sponges don't fit into the hole. It's the problem.
Use the really thin sponge.
There isn't one. They're all thick enough that if I, like...
Using the tiny one?
Yeah, like... I don't think they would go... I mean, these are thinner pieces. Maybe... Okay, when I get back after I'm done feeding the boy, we'll try these, like, really, really, really thin ones and see if maybe I can twist them and get them in there. We're, like, nearly perfect with how this magnet's fitting in. So, I'm gonna go take care of him. I'll be right back. And, then we'll continue.
If you really want.
I'll look at it and see if there's a bit that seems like it might be good for what I'm wanting to do, but I'm not...
There's normally a rounded tip sanding bit.
Okay, I'll take a look. Alright, be right back, guys. Alrighty. The kitties have been fed. Alright, let's actually try this sandpaper. And we'll switch back over now to here. Put that out using that. I'm actually gonna go with one of these higher grits. Or I guess lower grits? Higher grits? I don't know. Would it like the number?
Smaller the number, the rough.
Right. But like, would you consider a small number a high or low grit?
Low.
Got it. Okay.
Because what it literally is a measure of how many little modules there is per like square. I don't know if it's centimeter, inch, or whatever.
I see.
And that's why a higher number feels so much smoother, because that number of little nubs is they're so tiny and numerous, it feels smooth.
Got it. Okay. Well, we're gonna go with a low grit then. We want rough. Okay, this is kind of working. I just don't know if it's 100% grinding the areas I want it to. But it should be okay, actually. So, like, if I put this back in. You know, honestly, that's fitting a bit more flush. Still a little crooked. Can I... I think it's on this side. Let's get this little guy back in there. I did look at my Dremel, and while there is a tip that I think would work for what I want to do on a larger model, I'm afraid that it's like, I think its tip would fit fully into this, and I don't know if it would actually get deep enough because it's actually kind of thick. So...
The cone's not...
Yeah, the cone's not narrow enough, or, yeah, small enough, so I don't know if it would work. A little bit more standing. Oh, heaven, don't worry about it. We're doing a 5 p.m. start time this time around, but that's just because we're having a little bit impromptu. Well, it's not super impromptu, but impromptu enough of a Monday stream, because normally I don't stream on Mondays. Although we have been talking about increasing the streaming schedule going forward, just because we've been really enjoying it. Obviously, when we want to get back to doing stuff on the Hobby Night Gaming channel as well. And yeah, I think it'll be good. I wish, like, it's just... It continues to just slightly a little too wide. We're gonna get it though, chat. I'm gonna make this work. I will feel the wonder of the magnetization and its powers. Alright, I think that's looking better. Definitely scrape a little bit more off the sides, that's for sure. Let's see if we can sand it. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Alright. Magnets. Ooh, that is looking good. No. Nearly. Gosh darn, this one's... Yeah. What am I missing? I feel like I've just been scraping this side. Alright. Alrighty. Oh yeah, because at the start of the stream we actually unboxed my my Jinx Nerf gun. And then I shot Chaos Cultist in the throat with it. It was an accident. It was an accident, but I did...
Magic legs.
It was an accident! I swear. Oh boy. Welcome. Jack has come to visit. Okay. Will I have done it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Because now, what I want to do is I don't want to have to drill into the smaller piece because it is not very thick. It's a very thin piece of material. So what I want to do is I actually just want to glue this one into place. This is why I was trying to get this one deeper and not really worrying about this, even though we have two sides to work with. Because now, if I have this one in place, I can just put a little bit of green stuff around this, put them on top of each other, let them seal without the green stuff being in contact with this piece, and ideally, this magnet will be stuck into that, and this one will still be stuck to this one, and that's my hope. I should probably check to make sure I have green stuff. Yes. Very small amount. I'll have to get some more soon. But I do. So good. I didn't misplan. Okay. Where did my other piece go? Ah, it's still in there. I'm gonna let them stick to each other. Now, normal just like CA glue or super glue will hold the magnet in place, right? It is quite large. It is a very, very large. I left it down in the garage because I didn't want to bring it upstairs and like deal with it right now. But it's pretty huge. Ooh, nice. What kind of sushi did you get? But yes, question, because it's been a while since I've done anything with magnetization. Super glue will just hold it. Let's grab those magnets. Is surimi the imitation crab that's in California rolls? Because the California roll is just like imitation crab, avocado, rice, like maybe a sauce, like an aioli sauce or something like that, and then like seaweed on the outside, right? Okay, cool. The internet tells me I can use this. Okay, move. I actually don't mind there being a fair amount in there. I just want to get that over there. My plastic tipped clouds. There we go. This way the magnet doesn't stick. Oh, I'm so nervous because I don't want it to like get stuck accidentally. Come on. Oh, come on, speed over. Okay, we're roughly centered there. Which is what I'm looking for. I'm gonna let that dry now, and I'm also gonna immediately use something. Aha! Post-it notes. Let me just grab them. Hold on, sorry, chat. To clean the glue off this. So it doesn't ruin my, my tweezers. Okay, good. We're feeling smooth and clean. Simple and clean, almost, if you would. Oh, you're... A cocktail stick or a thin point? I don't know what that is. Oh, I see. Synth Reaper, absolutely. You can absolutely ask some advice on basing. Sorry, I feel like suddenly an explosion of your guys' chats came in and it moved them so quickly. So I apologize if I missed anybody's, like, statements there. Bruzy, lovely to see you. My night is going quite well, thank you. Got sick of gluing your fingers together, so you bought some carbon fiber tweezers. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, that's these ones aren't carbon fiber. I actually don't. I think they're just. I literally think they're just plastic. I wouldn't be able to tell you like what kind of plastic, but it's some sort of hard plastic. But they've been working really well for me. It throws me off because to open them I squeeze, and normally I feel like is that reverse? Where's a normal? Where's one of my normal tweezers? Like, where's my? Aha. Okay, yeah. On these ones, I squeeze to hold and pinch them closed. In this one, I am holding them to hold them open. And if I'm not putting pressure, which is nice when I'm like moving model pieces around, honestly. It's like, it's been very helpful, but it's reversed everything I'm used to. Okay, so this is drying in place. That's great. I don't want to do anything else with the magnets until this is dried a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and close up my glue, and we'll pull out our instructions, and we'll continue moving forward with getting some pieces cleaned up. Now, we do already have the head built. Here's our spare magnet, and I'm going to just put those out to the opposite side. So there's the head. I'll get my bases back over here. Alright. Where are we at? We did that. We need to clip out 14, A14 and A16. A14 and A16. Got it. My decals out of the way. I don't want to bend them accidentally. That'd be bad. Oh, that's so cool. Synth Reaper, I have seen Neon Genesis Evangelion. I've watched the OG. I have not seen the new one. So, like, if you're referencing anything from, like, the modern one, I will know less about that. But I am familiar enough with the OG. I've only seen it once. So, like, I will admit my memory isn't, like...
I've only seen it 5 times.
Chaos Cultist has seen it 5 times, so I think between the two of us, we'll be able to at least, like, get the concept of what you're going for.
But I also have not seen the new one.
Okay, well, that's fair. Well, he's basing his Chaos Knight War Dogs on the Ava units, which sounds badass. Which one did I say I needed? A? This is not A, this is B. On one hand, Caveman Bum, I understand exactly what you mean, because yes, I kind of agree. I am generally just going to throw these instructions away, and I'm never... Oops, I'll just drop that on the floor, it's fine. And I'm never going to use them again. But on the other hand, as somebody who gets easily confused by instructions that are only in a single color, because I can't focus sometimes, and like my brain just doesn't always read things correctly if they're not color-coded in some way, I personally do appreciate them being printed in color. But it is also a waste, and it does add stupidly to the cost, so I understand the argument for them not being printed in color, or at least not on such nice paper. Like, they could do it on such shittier paper and it'd be fine. But then if their kits sit there forever, maybe they are worried that they're going to disintegrate. and that's why they don't do it. All right, so your question is, what do you think is the best way to recreate the AT field that the units generate? Ooh, like the shielding surrounding them? So I am not as certain on how this would best be done if you were doing it from scratch. However, I do think there is a potential for you being able to pseudo create that using existing 40k models, because there is, the problem is they're so specific and I just don't know if the cost would be worth it. So maybe like, I don't know if 3D printing is an option for you, but there is at least 1 or 2 models that I have seen where, and you might actually even be able to use some of these from Marvel Crisis Protocol as well, because I think I've seen a similar shield design on some of their minis, and they're roughly the same scale as 40k miniatures. But I don't know how it would look with the knight necessarily. But there's like a honeycomb pattern design that I have seen in some models that is used to create a sort of like shield look. I believe one of the Harlequin, like Black Library models in particular, has one, and that's what's coming into my mind initially as a way to do it with using existing miniatures that you would just have to like purchase and use the bits for as you see fit. As far as like doing it from scratch, I mean, I know that there is a type of very thin plastic material that modelers and scenic, like people who do a lot of scenes and like terrain and even train is the word I'm trying to get out, like train stuff. Well, it'll be a very thin, clear plastic. I don't know if it's like acetone or I don't think it's acetone. That's like a type of like wet material. Acetate, is that what it is? Maybe, I don't know. It's a type of like thin, cuttable. It might be plexiglass, honestly, or like a type of plexiglass. And doing something like that, you could like maybe cut out a design with that, because I have seen people cut into it. I just don't know. I personally haven't done that, so I don't feel confident in going, do that. It'll be easier. It'll be super like, it'll work kind of thing, because I've never done it. So I can't say that for certain, but that's like initially where my mind goes. Tonka tanks are, I mean, they're fairly complex, but like I'm not one to build things from scratch. I also am not one to kit bash very often, so I always like feel weird whenever I answer kit bash type questions, or like the questions that where you might need a little bit more of a like extra materials or like unusual materials that I'm just not thinking about. But yeah, there's some sort of like plastic. That's what it is. Thank you. So it is acetate. I'm glad I wasn't insane. So yeah, maybe looking into the Woodland Scenics acetate. It does come in sheets, so you can like cut it, and maybe using that to create the sort of ideal and shielding that you're looking for. But that's my best guess, like at least at a cursory initial like idea. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, adding some lights to it could make the dome like end up like reflecting the colored lights, and then creating an even like cooler effect of the shielding. That could be super fun. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's more ambitious than I would like personally in a short-term notice at least be comfortable doing. Like I'm sure you've been planning it for like ages. But yeah, that's my initial thought. I used way too rough of a sandpaper on that. I just wasn't thinking of the last sandpaper I'd used, so it's just like, oh, this will work. Let's smooth that down, and then we'll smooth it down even more with the 1000 grit. It is really tiny. Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, like, I think that, like, yeah, I know it's not, like, exactly a shield, it's the aura, but, like, that's what I mean, is, like, the closest thing that I can think of to recreate that would be doing something similar to what those shield designs do. And I really do think the acetate plastic sheets might be, like, if you're comfortable working with that, or at least you're wanting to, like, try to experiment with something new, like, that might be the way to go, because you could cut it into pieces, and instead of creating like a full enclosed dome, which I imagine you probably wouldn't want to do, because one, that would be really time consuming, and also completely obscure your knight, which I'm sure you've spent a lot of time, you know, building and painting and like making look cool, so you don't want to completely obscure it, especially if you've done such a cool like Ava like color scheme on it, like, which I imagine looks sick. Like, that just sounds so cool. But I imagine having those pieces, like if you put them into various shapes, and you could even do something that's a little bit more unique to Evangelion. So like you could go and you could look at the series, and if you see like a repeating like pattern, even if it's not like a honeycomb or something like that, like, although I do feel like there are sometimes, like, I'm trying to remember when like they do hit like a shielded or like an aura or like anything like that in the show, like I do feel like there's a pattern that appears on that, but I don't remember like what it is specifically. But maybe like in cutting the pieces out to look sort of like that, or if in like the new series, for example, which I haven't seen, like if they stylize the aura in any way, maybe trying to mimic that with the pieces. No, Caveman Bun, you can probably just scrape it with a blade, but the problem is I don't like using blades like that, just because I nicked myself a few times and it just stresses me out. So I just like using the sanding paper. It's not something you have to do, it's just something I like to do. True. It might be a dodecahedron. Oh my god, dodecahedron. But I'm not sure.
Dodecahedron's a D12.
Got it. 14. We need 14. There it is. Like, in theory, I actually think these come off the sprue pretty clean, that if you're just using the flat side of your clippers, generally you get a pretty flush cut, and you don't really have to worry about it, but I'm anal. I'm also just enjoying chatting, so I'm taking my time. I'm getting distracted. Oh no, it's totally fine. I'm just a coward. I say as I set up my workshop with sharper blades. No, I'm actually not. I'm less worried about those than I am like using X-Acto knives. But that's literally because of just... It's something I've gotten better about, actually, because I have started to use them for cleanup sometimes. Although this I do find, just if you do gently like buff out some of the clipped areas, it's good to go. And I also just find it kind of cathartic. But like, I'm not as worried about it. But when I had some rough incidences in some art classes in like high school, where I was being stupid with blades. And then I got overly paranoid with blades and ended up making dumb mistakes there too. And it just sort of threw me off them for a while. There we go. That's looking fantastic. Let's do a smidge. Get a scrape here. Yeah. Lovely. Yes, we are. I am building the Space Marines. Well, I'm probably going to end up assembling everything. But he's going to end up painting the guard, and I am working on the Marines. How dry are you? Not fully, but probably enough that I can flip you upside down without having to worry about the magnet slipping. Which is great, because we have only one more piece to clip out before we start doing some assembly again. Get A16 out. Who's over here? Where are we? I'm gonna go ahead and swap us to full face because I don't remember the last time I switched off my camera, but I have a feeling I'm approaching my 30-minute limit when it's gonna like pick off on me, so we're just gonna swap that over. Easy peasy, and we'll come back in a sec. Let me just get this piece fully flipped out. Boop, there we go. And now we can clean it. Oh no! You had somebody house sitting for you during your honeymoon 30 years ago and they nicked themselves and your bathroom ended up looking like a murder scene? Oh no. That's terrifying. That would, like, traumatize me. Both if I was the person who got nicked and ended up leaving the bathroom in that state, or if I was the person coming home to the bathroom in that state. You have a question. Can the mini vac you use the dust mixed with PVA to make Technique base covers? I mean, honestly, probably. So the way that the one that I specifically have works is, you just separate it like so, and you have all your bits in there. So, like, you would probably, oops, there's a little bit of terrain in there. The one thing I would say would be the concern, Luke, with it is any actual, like, fibers or dust that were in there. Now, if you didn't really care about those being mixed in with your, like, gravel bits, then I think it'd be fine. But, like, as you can see, like, there's a big chunk of, like, fiber here and not just plastic. So maybe if you sieved it to get rid of those fibers or something like that, it could work. But I don't know. I would be a little concerned about doing it for, like, using the materials in here, unless I knew it was just plastic. But at least on my desk, there's inevitably going to be cat hair. So I personally, I don't think I would do that. But, like, again, if depending on what you're trying to do the basing for, honestly, some of those fibers might work to your advantage. Because if you just put a bunch of glue onto it and, like, make it a big nasty clump and then put paint over top of it to create yourself some texture, it could work. It could probably work. So yeah, actually, I'm going to go back on what I just said and say yes, it would probably work. That would be cool. Yeah, if you, like, especially if you were doing it in a very controlled way like that, and, like, say you ground up or cut into a bunch of pieces like that really bright orange sprue that I have for the templates, and you, like, chop that into a bunch of little pieces and sucked it all up with the vacuum and then dump those into something to, like, create some debris to be able to glue onto bases, it definitely could work. Definitely could work. Okay, that's looking good. Are you gonna move? Alright, I think the magnet's in place enough that I can actually do this without having to worry about too much. You know, it just occurred to me that potentially the glue might hinder a little bit of where the other plastic fits, so I'm gonna get a little bit of it out using just some paper, because it kind of helps absorb it without moving it too much. It might also allow me to slightly reposition this magnet, but it is actually feeling pretty secure on there. Okay. think that'll be fine, and then I can sand, like, buff out any other parts of it. But it just occurred to me that I do not want it fully, like, I don't want it to stick to this at all, and it needs to be, have room in there still. So I think that should work. Oh! Get some of that out. Let me just find what I'm looking for. You're on the other side. Go on, Jack.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're wrong. Aha. Okay. So what I grabbed is some tiny Q-tips that I got from Tamiya, actually. Do I have one of these open already? I think I do. Those are gonna be too thick. Okay, I have none of these open yet. I think these are my smallest with the pointy tip. Basically, this is what I want. Focus. Camera. Focus. It doesn't. Why? Am I on manual? Is that the problem? Oh, I am. I'm dumb. Okay, so here is the tip. This is what I want, but with I want this to be sandpaper. Not currently, although he does plan on streaming, Avowed, thank you, when that releases over on the Hobby Night Gaming channel.
Next month.
Which will be next month. And he does do streams with me, but he doesn't, like, he hasn't done, like, streaming himself, like...
In years.
In years. Okay, that feels... I've cleaned that up. I am confident. I haven't borked up my plan, which I had almost borked up. Send the Reaper, no problem. Enjoy your project, and I look forward to possibly seeing it. If you end up posting it on, like, Instagram or something, tag me. I'd love to take a look at what your Avas look like. You will have to hand tank dry brush the undercoat as the paint will cover the magnets. Oh, that'll be fine. I'm planning on hand priming it anyways, so I'll be able to, I think, avoid the magnet pretty easily. Okay, what is the first step I need to do? I need this one. This piece goes in... like... oh. Why does it feel like it's not sitting flush? Oh, because there's a little bit of a sprue there. That would be the problem. Nice. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to watching him play that one. So it should be fun. There we go. I thought it wasn't fitting correctly. Where's my Tamiya thin extra cement? Hmm? Ah. Over there. Yeah, I know we talked about it a little bit on stream yesterday. Yes, yesterday. But I will be doing some hand priming on these. I'm afraid because of how tiny they are that priming them with like spray primer is not gonna go well. That's into place. Why is that not sticking? Do I not get any glue on that side? What the fuck? Okay, let's try that again. There we go.
Let's sing a song full of hope, full of pain. Why don't you sing along, my friend?
Okay, definitely. What am I doing wrong?
Forever young, ever strong, ever brave. Memories like this never end. No, they don't fade away.
Like, it doesn't actually feel like it's matching up correctly. What am I doing? Oh my god, I'm doing it the wrong way. That's why. Angela, you idiot. Look at that! It's amazing! You flip it the correct way, and it fits. I feel so dumb. I'm like sitting here struggling, flipping it back and forth, going, what? Alright. Well, now that I've actually got that into place. Oh, I completely understand that, Josh. I completely understand that. I'll admit, I just watch a bunch of streamers and YouTubers when I'm not streaming or making content myself, so... No, I'm saying that, like, I get it. Like, they're talking about how he likes to sit and hang out with people and everything and, like, hang out with streamers. Especially to, like, help get through the job and everything. And I'm like, I totally get that. Alright, next is going to be this top piece. Oh, cool. That fits nice and snug. Oh, no worries. Did you ever say what kind of sushi that you got? Because a couple of us were asking, and I don't remember if I saw an answer come in. That's not the pizza, right? That's the pizza. Then it's not going to be like normal. It's not going to be acrylic paints, Luke. It's going to be contrast colors, which are basically inks. Don't worry. Don't worry your pretty little head. Alright, let's get this piece into place. Where do you go? What? It definitely looks like it fits. Aha! Aha! Let's see. is like that. And thankfully, this is feeling. Wow, my voice like cracked there. I'm going through puberty. So this is feeling pretty good. I think this glue is dry. I think I can sand it down now. Okay, let's now see. I'm gonna do a little test because I don't think it's super wet. Alright, good. That is a pretty clean fit. I think it's a little tight because there's a bit of gunk at the very bottom. Yep, I feel it there. See if we can get rid of that. Yeah, listen, it's fine. What is pretty is subjective. And I shall deem whomever I see fit to be pretty. And considering how much you have, like, added to the Hobby Knight Legion, pretty. I think so. I hope they hit the elbow sockets. I'm imagining they will, just because they're bigger. They're smaller than what like fully fits into the space. So I think we'll be okay. I'm doing a little bit of cleanup in here. Trying to be a little gentle so that I don't knock the magnet out of place, but honestly it's holding. I could feel a big chunk of glue there, so I'm just trying to dig it out. Okay, this is actually working. I'm using the plastic tips of the tweezers to actually scrape some of it away. It's working way better than I expected. Okay, but now I'm getting it stuck over there, so that's a problem. Blue and green stuff fix everything otherwise. I completely agree. Yeah, I think if I just clean up this one side, I'll have a pretty smooth fit. It needs to be able to twist. That's the whole reason we're doing this. Okay, that feels better. Let's try it. Yeah! Yeah, it's snug. Like, he fits in there snug. But that's good. Okay. Next thing to do. Okay, good. So, I'm just gonna leave it attached there for a second. And get some glue in here. Good. I think he's in. And he's flat. Okay. Hopefully, after this, if I don't glue my fingers together, we will have a functioning magnetized top. I'm so nervous. I hope it works. Like, what kind of sword? Like a saber? Broadsword? Falchion? What kind of sword were we happening to use? Okay, we're gonna set that off to the side. We're gonna continue working over here. What are we on next? We need to take B9 and B8. Do we have options? No, it looks like they're identical. Okay, B8 and B9. No options. They're identical on both sprues, even though they give them different numbers. I always find it weird that they do that. But who am I to question Games Workshop and their infinite sprue laying out wisdom? I actually question it all the time. You have 3? That's cool. You still need to forge your own? That's awesome. Have you done blacksmithing before? That sounds complicated. Fairly clean. Because it's on the lining of the panel of our armor. Thanks for that, GW. There we go, that's better. Nice. All right, let's clean the other side. BPF, I agree with you. Wookiees are quite pretty with their silky fur. Chewbacca would be so flattered. I bet telling a Wookiee they have soft fur is like either a grave insult depending on who they are, or a like lovely compliment. You build knives, tomahawks, and you teach. Oh, that's so cool. That's really cool, Luke. I've taken one class for blacksmithing, but we didn't get to make knives. Or, like, anything sharp like that. We just got to make these, like, curly-Q, hooks for, like, you could use them for pots and pans, you could use them for, like, in your garage for hanging tools or something. It was really fun. But doing knives was, like, really cool, though. Okay, so... I think... Yeah, we're looking like that. Makes sense. And we can seal it together. Okay, got the glue where I need it to be. Don't think I overdid it too much this time. And in place, lovely. That makes sense. Ooh, can you have you fired like the super long, like, isn't it, I think it might just be called a longbow, but like the English longbow, like the super tall ones? Can you fire one of those? Because that's sick. Heck yeah, let me grab mine. You have an unreasonable addiction to tiny tanks and soldiers. This game could be dangerous for you. I completely believe it. There's very tiny tanks and even tinier little soldier men. Look how small they are. Let me focus the correct direction so we can actually see them. Oh, look, they have a hair on them. No! Cat hair! Silly fibers. They're so tiny. Tiny little guys. Like, I literally think I'm working on, like, the largest model available in the game. Or one of the largest, at least. You have a 45-pound recurver bow? That's sick. I don't know if they're... Do you remember what we determined yesterday, chat, with what their scale was? They're like 5mm, so I think it was like... 144 might be accurate, but I'm not... It's something close to that. It's epic scale, whatever they consider epic scale.
144 might be correct.
Okay.
Like, it's in the ballpark.
Yeah, I think that's in the ballpark, at least. Okay, so what do I need? I need A17. I need 2 A17s. No, that doesn't make sense. I think they've mislabeled. I think these instructions are wrong. Oh my god, this is B. Never mind. Ignore me. The instructions are probably very correct, and I'm just looking at the wrong sprue. Is this A? This is A. Go figure. A17. Ah, there they are. Oh my god, they're tiny. They're really tiny. Nip. Snip. Nip. Oh, don't lose them. Okay, there we go. So we have those. That's 17. We need 2 18s. I did see those. Those look, honestly, they kind of look like Gundam joints. Oh, thank you! I bought this over the holidays and hadn't gotten a chance to wear it yet, and I also got the Jinx Nerf, like, limited edition thing that Nerf put out of her Fishbone. And so we words are failing me apparently suddenly. We unboxed that at the beginning of the stream, hence why I was in the costume. And then I was like, I'm just gonna leave the costume on because why the heck not? It is a cosplay, Josh. It is the cosplay for Jinx from Arcane. I don't have the wig on, so it's a little deceiving. I do have the wig for her. I just have not styled it yet. While I have done some cosplay, a lot of my cosplay is like just closet cosplay. And most of the time for my wigs, I kind of just go with them straight out of the box. But with the Jinx one, it does need some styling, and I've never done that before. So I need to look into like what the proper hairspray I need, because I assume there's like a particular one that you might want for like wigs versus like real hair. And there may even be ones that you want specifically when you're styling like anime style hair, when they've got big chunky like spiky bits, which Jinx does have a little bit of. Plus there's a lot of like, there's a lot of like little silver and gold little emblems that I gotta like weave into or put around the braided bits. So I didn't want to fuss with that before hitting on stream, so I threw the costume portion on. We're just avoiding the wig. It's a really good series. Like, I will say up front that I think season 1 is a stronger season than season 2. But that being said, I also still really enjoyed season 2 and ultimately felt satisfaction with the ending. And it does conclude decently, in my opinion, the characters that we saw. And there is potential for, because they are doing another season of Arcane, but it's not going to be focused on that part of the world, and it's not going to be focused on those same characters as much as it was this time around. So it's going to be interesting to see what they continue to do with it. I would recommend it. I definitely would recommend it. Ooh, a 144 scale M1 Abrams would be really cool. I bet it would fit into your 40k army pretty decently. Your Imperial, especially if you were doing like guard or something like that. Okay, I'm dilly-dallying. We need to also clip out A8, or 15. A15. Ah, there it is. I think this is a grill, because it's like spikes. Or, I guess it would kind of be like that dozer thing that's in front of some tanks. Is it literally called a dozer? Blade, dozer blade, that's what it's called. I see the Bray Wyatt vibes there. Alright, we don't want to use that, we want to use this one. Get rid of some of these mold lines. On the rounded part. That's apparently just left a big chunk of sprue. That's cool. The building is going quite well, Robert. Thank you for asking. We're making progress. I think we're letting this portion dry still, but I've gotten the magnet into both the top and bottom, and ideally I didn't fuck it up and they'll stick together, but I'm letting the glue in this one dry a little bit before we test that. Before we test that and see if I have to cry. We are going to have a couple of videos for you this week, actually. I'm very excited.
I will be busy editing tomorrow.
Yes. I will be running to the P.O. box. I have some things to pick up. I'm very, very hyped for that. I think I'm actually going to end up needing to go to the P.O. box either again on Monday or Friday, depending on, because I actually have BattleFront Miniatures has sent me another care package of terrain that is coming in, and that is scheduled for Friday. I actually haven't checked to see if it arrived early or not. If it did, that'd be freaking bloody fantastic. Let me check. Let me check. You wanna want to okay. Let me just close the app and reopen the app because sometimes it doesn't want to do stuff. It's still saying Friday. Alright, well, then I think I'll end up making a second trip on next week. Alright, we're looking good. Let's go ahead and start putting some of these pieces in place. So the 2 round bits, we're going to go in these. Is that like a giant rivet? Weird. No, I don't think so. This is probably good ventilation or something. Alright, so those are in place. These... Oh, are these the arm piece? Okay, I see. Where did this piece go? Right there. Get a little bit of glue in place and we'll just slide it. Oh, Havman, thank you so much for the $2 donation. Thank you for the positive vibes. I really appreciate it, man. It means a lot. Okay, so I think, is this dry enough? I really want to test this. It's jacked. Okay, it's not like fully dry, but I don't actually think, realistically, this shouldn't touch it. Yay! It looks great! And now he can, like, look whatever way he wants to. Yay! Hopefully. And good, they didn't separate to each other. Okay, so if I really if I really wiggle it, they will separate. But it's just, I didn't press it on all the way. Okay, there we go. Boop, 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 boop. Hello, it's amazing! I'm not even sure it's actually the magnet that's holding that. I mean, it is. I can feel it when I pull it away. I still don't think it's fully... I think this needs to be cleaned a little bit more. I don't think it's fully letting the plastic in all the way on the other piece. So let me just scrape this a bit more. Oh yeah, that was like a big chunk right there. Okay, let's try it now. Sure. Honestly? Yes. Hello, ominously baked art. Hello, you're new to the channel and as of 4 weeks ago, extremely new to Warhammer 40k. You chose Necrons for your starting army. Well, that's awesome. Necrons are great. I do like the Necrons quite a bit. Chaos Cultist, my partner, runs Necrons. And, I think some fun paint jobs on them, actually. You can check those out on the channel if you want to. But yeah, Necrons are fun. Do you know what dynasty you want to run specifically? Or have you been running and, like, or are you making your own and doing whatever you want with your color scheme? Tell me about it. Yeah, Necrons are super cool. It's a daunting hobby to get into. Don't take yourself, like, don't blame yourself too much for, like, taking your time getting into things, because honestly, like, there's just so much. And there's, like, I mean, there's so many different games that you can end up running using your various armies. There's, like, So much lore to absorb. Oh my gosh, so much lore. Necrons have fun lore though, so they'll be fun one for you to like dive into. And they were a big focus in the 9th edition, so they still get quite a bit of love. I feel like rules wise right now, even though we've gone into a new edition. All right, we need to pick out which top we're going to use, and clearly we're going to go... I think we're going to do B13 because I don't want to go specifically... I'm not doing the Sons of Horus. Hold on, let me switch my focus so you guys can see this better. Okay, so there we go. That's better. So this one, as you can see, has the Eye of Horus on it, and I don't really think I want to use that one because I'm not running Sons of Horus. I am going to be running Death Guard. So I think I'm going to go with this one because it's still got spikes, but it's a little bit more generic. These two both are more Imperial, so this will end up going for the Guardsmen because they also get a Titan. But I think this is the one we're going to go with. I'm sad because I actually really like the Eye, but I don't feel like the Death Guard wouldn't have that. And I don't want to say it's like a Titan that they're... I mean, not to say that they didn't work with other legions during the Heresy, but I want to paint it as a Death Guard, not as... Oh, whacked him over. So, slightly off camera, I knocked him over, and then I also knocked his top off, and then I was about to be like, no, I broke it, and then I realized, no, Angela, that's okay. You intentionally made it so his top can come off. Don't worry, it's not holding as much as I want. I wonder if they're not in enough contact. It might just be that there's still too much on the inside of this. That is my bet. So thinking when I filled the whole thing with blue, why didn't you stop me? That's fine, it's my fault. Actually, I think this will work, but I don't really want to rub the magnet, but I do want to rub the outer wall. Nice. It's always good to start small with your armies. Like, don't feel like you gotta dive in immediately. Like, honestly, start with the Necron Combat Patrol if that's what you have, and build yourself up from there. Because, like, I think that's the best way to do it. It's what I'm doing for my Spearhead army for Age of Sigmar with my Lizardmen. I got the Combat Patrol, and I'm gonna expand it out from there. Okay, that feels cleaner. It looks cleaner. Ooh. Okay, yeah, no, the magnet's definitely folding because it would... Ah, I see. I think this piece, if it goes a certain... Which direction is this supposed to sit on him? Where does the head go? Aha. Okay, so this is the front. So I want him to be able to go there. Yeah, that's perfect. And if not, I'll figure it out later. But I mean, I can lift it from it and shake it around and not have it drop. So, like, without, like, a lot of effort. So I think I'll be okay with just moving it around. I'll just need to remember that I did magnetize it and that it's not, like, glued down. Okay, so this is gonna go over top, like so. The arms connect here. This is the part that I'm like really nervous to do, because I do want to make it so that all the guns fit. So I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna get this attached. I don't think Okay, yeah. Me putting the caps on this isn't gonna matter. So we are gonna do that. We're gonna leave these pieces out though, because these I think I'm gonna have to put magnets into. And yes, I do think this size, because Luke, you were asking earlier if this size would fit with this. I think it'll be okay. You have 13 Necrogon Warriors, a Technomancer, a Royal Warden, 5 Immortals with Gauss Blasters. It's a good start. It's a very good start. Very nice. You're priming a T-Rex tonight? That's sick. Is it one of the, like, the Tamiya kits, or is it a different kit? Like, where'd you get your Dino kit? I also find Kron's, like, a fairly easy one to build as well, generally. Like, they have some fiddly stuff, but they're, like, basic boys. I feel like are fairly straightforward and very fun to paint. There we go, that's better. I was like, why does it feel like I have a gap? Because I had a gap. Okay. Nice. Oh, I didn't clean that up at all. Yeah, the flayed ones are a little cumbersome. And then the Void Dragon is also stressful to paint. Like, he's really cool looking.
One of your very first tutorials.
It is one of my first. But he is challenging. Cause he's just I always get nervous because he feels very fragile. I've also used the softer sandpaper to just gently buff away some of the excess buildup in this waste hole, I guess. Was he fine for you? I found that, like, the little electric bits, maybe I was just being, like, maybe my hands were just shaking because I was nervous, but, like, I felt like I fiddled with him a little. Alright, that's pretty cool. And that feels pretty darn flush as well. There's, like, a slight raise on this side, so let me see if I can get this side clean maybe a little bit more. There was one side. You ordered a motorized gondola system like Pop Century for your train layout? That's awesome! I ordered, well actually, Chaos Cultist ordered me a Gundam kit. Well, actually, he ordered us both a Gundam kit because we want to do a challenge depending on how well this Gunpla video does. And if not, we're just going to build them on our own anyways because we like them. But, it came in a box labeled with a battery, and I was so confused because I was like, I know there are some Gunpla kits that come with batteries, but I didn't think the one that we got did. And as far as I can tell, according to the box, I didn't see any batteries, like, listed as a component. So I don't know why it got put into a battery box, but it did. My guess is that somebody at, like, the warehouse just wasn't paying attention and, like, or just... because the boxes are in Japanese. I think they were, right? Yeah. The box was in Japanese, so I'm like, oh, well, maybe they just assumed.
I mean, it was written in Arabic, but the address was Japanese.
Oh, maybe that's, yeah, maybe that's
what it was. An Amazon.
Right. Oh, maybe, you know what? Maybe that's what it was then, because it's from a secondary like seller, right?
Yeah.
Not. Oh, I wonder if they just had.
Well,
They
you
probably
know,
just had
if
that.
there's somebody who like normally ships like remote control shit.
Oh yeah, that's true. What? Oh, the head.
And I will throw the head.
Aha! Alright.
You should take a break in 10 minutes.
I should. I will. What do you think? Take a look.
That looks really cool. Yeah, I mean, I can flip it upside down and it doesn't.
Yeah, like if you shake it a lot, like over time, he will like it will eventually start to loosen.
I think it's fine.
But I think it'll be fine for like play. When you first tried getting into the hobby, it was the old world, and you got gate kept out of a bunch of dudes at the game shop. It was rough. I understand completely. Like thankfully, I've actually been very lucky. And my experience with the 40K community, I'm going to switch actually over here because we're going to take a break here in a second and my camera's going to probably turn off here in a moment. I was really lucky, and the community that I got started in with gaming had a lot of women actually already involved in the club. And so I felt very welcomed, and I didn't have as much like, oh, you're, you don't know anything, or you're not already part of this club, therefore we're not going to let you be, like, we're not going to teach you anything or invite you in or anything. But I have seen, and I've heard plenty of stories from people who had your exact experience of, like, going to a club, going to a game store, and the game store having just, like, unfortunately a community that is great as long as everybody already belongs to that community, but is not always the best about like accepting new people into the community. And I don't think sometimes the stores realize this, like legitimately. Because like they're not watching the games like in the communities back there like explicitly, right? Like they're not just like staring them down and like really paying attention to what's going on. So I think it sometimes gets missed that like a store might think they have a really thriving community for a game, but then like eventually that community ends up starting to like flounder because no new people are ever getting added to that community. And I'm really glad to see that seems like it's much less of a thing, and that used to be like a thing back in the past, and modernly it's not as much, where you're not having to deal with that kind of experience as much. But I'm sorry that you did for like the first time around. Okay. We're going to go ahead and take a break. I'll be back at 5 minutes after. Yeah.
5 minutes after 7?
I think 5 minutes after 7, just
Sure.
so that I can like grab a little snack. I'm feeling a little peckish,
Sure.
but I don't want to like get stuff all over this. So yeah, 5 minutes after 7, and we'll be back with some more hobby. See you guys soon.
Too many things to criticize, so I leave it all behind. Wanna live a life, I don't wanna live a sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. Oh no.
Yo, all these thoughts keep me up at night, yeah. What am I doing, did I do it right, yeah. All these thoughts keep me up at night, yeah. I can't think straight, need the light. I need to breathe, get me up and out of the sheets. Under my feet, another cup of coffee and me. That's what I need, my eyes puffy, I can't see. I'm too tired to function, but too lost to sleep. Ay, I think I need to be on something medication. I think I need to figure out the segregation. I think I needed just a better education to understand a world that's so complicated. Intoxicated, every night faded, just so I can sleep thinking that it's Satan. I feel hated, I feel hatred. I'm lost deep in my mind that I've created. I have dreams where my life is devastated. Feel so real that I wake up shaking. Deep thick of skin, cause this life is no haven. Nod your head if you get what I'm saying. All these thoughts keep me up at night, yeah. What am I doing, did I do it right, yeah. All these thoughts keep me up at night, yeah. I can't think straight, need the light, yo. All these thoughts keep me up at night, yeah. What am I doing, did I do it right, yeah. All these thoughts keep me up at night, yeah. I can't think straight, need the light. I don't really think I understand this world now. Got my head spinning round in a circle. Everybody lacks what they need internal, so they compensate with everything external. Not trying to throw shade, no way. I'm just trying to find the meaning of life, hey. There's happiness if you try to live the right way. Forget about what others have and live your life, hey. Be aware of who you are, what you're good at. Take a step forward, see where your foot's at. Stand tall, stand proud, talk loud. Every word out your mouth has purpose now. You just gotta get rid of the bad thoughts. Hating others cause you know that they got a lot. Forget that though, you got plenty, you're alive in this life. You got time, go get it. All these thoughts keep me up at night, yeah. What am I doing, did I do it right, yeah. All these thoughts keep me up at night, yeah. I can't think straight, need the light. All these thoughts keep me up at night, yeah. What am I doing, did I do it right, yeah. All these thoughts keep me up at night, yeah. I can't think straight, need the light. I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I'll make mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the night inning. There ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the thing. Every night got a team, I've been tied to the scene. Out on stage, here on screen. Okay, it's a dream, and I pray as a team. One day it'll be me. If I want it, then I'll get it. Head down, don't regret it. Push myself to the limit. If I play it, then I win it. I'm just saying, I'm just living for today. For a minute, I don't stay, I just visit. Have no shame, I admit it. They can count on me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me. Swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion. There is no potion, you're not just chosen. It takes devotion to stay composed, man. Never stop, there ain't no time to fall. Try to live, get it up, you got one life to ball. Thinking big, never small, cause you gotta want it all. When you finally get that call, you get ready, take it on. Need a hand out, I already stand out, starting to advance now, ready to expand now. You don't have a chance now, cause we're in demand now. Make it by the grand now, feeling in command now. They're looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now. Yeah. Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now. I made mistakes, but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone. That's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. Here I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off best friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone.
And you're back.
Hello, everybody. For those of you that missed it, here's the Nerf gun I was talking about. Let me see if I'm gonna spin it this way. Hello. Hello. Hi. Alright, I'm gonna shoot it at the closet.
Oh!
Oh, Chaos Cultist.
Why did I throw the cat? It rebounded. Why are you domino?
Oh, I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna put it on the ground now. I didn't actually hit him, for those of you that are wondering.
Bullshit! Oh god, there's blood everywhere. It's foamy blood. Oh.
Alrighty. Okay. Now that those shenanigans are done, let's get. We have a couple more pieces that we're gonna clip out before I call this guy, the torso at least, done for now. Because I need to then build all of the various weapons. Because the whole point of this is I want to be able to magnetize the guns and be able to swap them out. That's the real objective. I'm on the wrong page, chat, for my instructions. I switched over to the gun page, even though that's not the page that I'm on yet. I need B14, B14, B14. It would help if I looked at the numbers. This is A. 14's over here. Look at that. Let's flip it this way, so we can take these pieces off a little cleaner. I do find that when oh, hold on, chat. The piece went flying.
You know what it looks like?
It's a round piece. It's gonna have a little bit of sprue on it. It's gonna look like this. It's an identical piece to that.
Noted shield of sorts.
Yeah. Jack, did it land weird? It sounded like it landed here. I found it!
A shell?
Yep. Aha! But anyways, yeah, what I was trying to say, let me switch over here to get this camera back on, is that I find when I'm trying to work on little pieces like this, like round pieces like this, clipping the sprue bits off with it tends to get me a cleaner clip when I go in here. I know some people then will clean these off with like a blade. I still just use my clippers. And I just try not to be like hard pressed against it. And I tend to get a pretty clean little snip. Wait, do these? Okay, well, okay, clip those out. They're actually the wrong ones. I guess we're gonna, well, what do I do? Well, there's not a good one to use. They give me two options. It's either B14 or B15, and one, I guess we're gonna use the Eye of Horus. This is gonna be the one thing marking my Death Guard as part of...
Well, no, don't put the Eye of Horus on them.
Well, but the only other option is an Aquila. There's no, like, generic pointy thing. It's
okay.
So because they're chaos...
Oh, these are on the Knights.
These are on the Knights.
Yeah, they didn't swear their allegiance to the Death Guard as much as I think they did swear them to Horus.
Okay, well then... Okay, well then in that case, this will be the one little eyeball that we put on there.
I think that's still lore accurate.
Okay, because I didn't want to put it on the big chassis, even though... Because, like, they're not the Sons of Horus themselves. I don't think it would be on this section.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know that during his diplomacy stages, he got a lot of Titan houses who swear their allegiance to him. And I don't know if any Primarchs got them to swear allegiance to them until after the initial heresy died.
Got it, okay. Well, that's fine. Okay, so the eye should be facing which direction? Well, according to this... The Aquila's face inward, so should I have the eye face inward? Yeah, I'll do that. It's fine. We're gonna buff out the little bit of edge that we have. You have now primed a T-Rex, a Triceratops, and 4 Raptors? Heck yeah. Oh yeah, Robert, did you ever, I remember I asked, but I don't remember if I saw...
Yeah, I almost thought that might be unmatched, but I don't think there's a Triceratops.
Well, I think Tamiya makes, some dinosaur kits.
They do. That's true.
And... Okay, I don't think I saw an answer. Are they, where are you getting your dinosaur kits, Robert? I'm curious.
Where does man
buy
his dinosaur?
Yeah!
In this modern day.
In this modern day and age, where does a guy get the dinosaur kit? Like, do you mean ominously baked art? Do you want to try, like, OG Warhammer 40k, which was called Rogue Trader, like the miniatures game? Or are you wanting to try Rogue Trader, the RPG? Like the Fantasy Flight Games RPG. I can't speak for the original, like, 40k game, but I can say for the RPG, if you find a good group, it's quite fun. There's also a really good CRPG that you can play featuring Rogue Trader, which I highly recommend. Not because I'm playing it right now, but actually because I'm playing it right now. I've been up I've been playing the CRPG of Rogue Trader for at least a month now, plus, and it's Great. I magnetized it. I can actually lift it off. Okay, that feels pretty straight. And
What's the difference between like a homosexual piece and a straight piece? If you said that one felt straight.
Well, because
what the notes?
The orientation of the arrow on this piece and where it's facing.
You just get to assume the orientation of the arrow?
Yeah.
You just get to assume its orientation?
As the builder of the kit, yes.
That just seems a little presumptive.
I mean, it is.
Wow.
But we're for chaos here, and therefore I can do that or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I know who's president.
Oh,
that's
okay,
the way
please.
you're gonna be now.
No! Okay, why did you have to... Why? Why?
Because I have to laugh.
Fine.
I'm that kind of sick fuck.
Okay, that's fine. I need to clean up this space. It's driving me nuts how many pieces there are here. But that's okay. Because this is why we have... We're even gonna put into focus for you. Disappeared us. Yes, please do hit the like button if you're enjoying the stream. Subscribe if you never want to miss when I go live again. If you know what's good for you.
You're taking a more aggressive approach with subscribers this season.
Yes, I'm embracing corn, and I need to collect skulls for the skull throne. So please, subscribe and add your skull to my skull throne.
I feel like that's less of a... I don't think that's how the threat is supposed to work.
Maybe corn would get more skulls if he was a little bit more polite about asking for them.
You do get more skulls with honey than vinegar.
It's true, exactly. See? We understand. We understand. Alright, we're feeling clean. I mean, we're still feeling unclean, because we are building mobile here. But my space feels clean, and that's great, except I just put a little bit of... There it goes. Yes, thank you so much. Hadman, you're always great about giving that little reminder, so I really appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Excellent, ominously baked art. I love that you not only subscribe, but you hit the bell icon for notifications. That's wonderful. That actually really helps me out, so genuinely thank you. And to anybody else who already does that, you guys are awesome. I love that. That helps YouTube know to, like, send you my stuff. And also to spread it to other people. So, sick. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna grab my drink. Alright, we're finally on. So, we've got our Titan built. We haven't put the arm pieces in. That's what these little round pieces are. Those are going to go in a little bit later because I need to figure out how and where I need to attach the magnets. That's the word I'm looking for. Sorry, it's a little late. My brain's a little fried. The magnets so that I can make this work. So before we determine that and before we attach any of these in there, I am going...
7:15.
Yeah, but I've done a lot today.
Okay. You opened cards.
I opened cards. I opened a Nerf gun. I pet a cat. It was a lot. Listen, I have a pretty lovely life. Thank you guys for that. It's all due to my members, the patrons, the people who support me. I almost said the spicy place, but what I meant to say is the people who support me in the Temple of Excess. It's all you guys. Alright, let's build some guns. We're going to start with the Volkite Eradicator. Now, I do think there's an entire just through with these guns. It'd be pretty straightforward. I don't think we're going to even have to switch to anything else. D8, 7, 9, 10, 11. Okay, those are our numbers. C, 8. There's 9. I think we do need 9. Yes, we do. Okay, so there's 9. We need 8 and 7. Alright, there we go. And 7's on the other side. That makes sense. Doesn't actually. You think they'd put it right next to each other, but it's fine. Whatever. The thumbnail got you. The thumbnails got me a while ago. Or got you a while ago. That's fair. I plan my thumbnails very explicitly. There's intention behind those. Every single one of them. We need 10 and 11 as well, chat. 10 and 11. Okay, there's 10. Does that look correct? Yep, it does. Alright, and then 11. Where's that? A bunch of 13s. Oh, there's 11. Fascinating. There's 2 11s. Can I make 2 of these cannons? I guess, yeah, I would, wouldn't I? I'd make probably 2 of everything. Woohoo! Isn't that great? I feel like there's more and more of us in the hobby these days. Us ladies. And I'm really happy.
You ladies.
Cooties, all of us. But I'm really happy to see that. Alright, I think that's fairly clean. There's like a little bit of residue. I'm kind of afraid to buff it away with the sandpaper because I don't want to take out some of these little details. That's the, like, challenge with this epic scale stuff. It ends up being so tiny that you're like, if I do one or thing or another, I could just completely remove all of that detail they printed into it. You know what's something I can't imagine, and I'm sure it's available, but I can't imagine printing an epic scale army in, like, on a 3D printer.
The cleanup. The
cleanup would just, yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
Wouldn't be a lot of support, though.
I guess they wouldn't be too tall. You're right. So, like, I guess, like, the infantry, you really...
You might be able to just print them on the base.
That's insane. That would be wild. I need to, like
the one, I
need to see if there's, like, files out there for that.
The tanks would probably work the same way as well. It's really the,
Titans that maybe would be...
Yeah,
would
the
need
Titans
support.
and the Dreadnaughts with their tiny arms.
Yeah. I'd also be worried about some of, like, the swords and stuff of, like, some of the infantry holding, because they have, like, sort of long, thin swords sometimes.
Yeah, but they're not gonna, like... They have enough support by themselves.
I suppose
on that
so.
level, it's a splinter.
Yeah, you're right. It'd probably be fine. That is so funny because I feel like that is not uncommon. That people are like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna jump into the video games. I'm gonna get into, like, maybe the lore, but the minis, no. That's not gonna draw me in. And then you start looking at them, and
you
you're
just
like,
want that one. You
and you're,
just get that one
yeah, I'm just
character.
Exactly. You're just like, oh well, what if I just get Titus? You know, he's like the main character of the game that I played in, and I really like that. So maybe I'll just get that one, and then you just can't stop yourself. It's like, it is. There's a reason we call it plastic crack. Okay. It's because it's just so addictive. We can't get enough of it.
It's also because it's made in a van out in the, like, back alleys of Nevada.
That too, yes. When you get a chance, can you hand me the pen?
I can think of it.
Okay.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, okay. You're not even gonna think about it?
Think about what?
Handing me the pen?
Why would it? What?
What? okay, I've done that to him before, so. I love that you then got your brother-in-law into Grey Knights, and he was like, alright, well, I guess here we go. That's fantastic. That's the best thing, when you get, like, a friend or, like, somebody that you, like, know into it, and they're just like, well, I guess.
Oh, that was the curse of me and our friend Chris in college.
Oh, really?
I mean, I think Emily and some other people might have already been into Warhammer, but it was really pushed by Chris and me.
That's fair. I could believe that. I could believe that.
Because in college, folks, and some of you won't believe this, in our tabletop club, in our Warhammer division, we had more women than men.
It's true. It's kind of wild, but we did. Where does this go? How does this attach?
And here's the thing that, just to speak candidly, it was more women than men, even if you did not count the trans members of our community.
True.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, well, we were also at an art school. We were also at an art school.
We were at an art school, but it was the largest field of unicorns you've ever seen in your life.
Very true.
Which is just, I mean, I saw streaming at the LVO.
Yeah, right?
I saw streaming at the LVO. Discounting the women that we know were there for their job.
There weren't a huge
Not
number.
many.
No, sadly still not. But there's I feel like that's growing.
The local store community, yes. The LVO, no.
No. I mean, the LVO is also intimidating, like, honestly. Like, we don't see a lot of the hobby side of it, and I'm very curious to see how many of, like, the painting entries for, like, Golden Demon and those kinds of missions are, like, mixed between the two when it comes to, like, the genders and stuff.
Yeah.
Because, like, I imagine that might have a lot more women involved.
That I do believe is true.
Which is really cool to see. Because, like, I think that's how a lot of women do get into it. Like, Robert's talking about how his sister got into the painting side of things and her husband got into the gaming side of things. And I have known a number of couples who have basically tackled 40K or certain types of gaming that way, where one of them is more of, like, the gamer and the other one is more like the hobbyist side of it. And that's really cool. I mean, that works. Like, and honestly, that still allows both people to engage in the same hobby, gaming or tabletop gaming, just different sides of it, and they still can talk about it, but it doesn't have to be like them necessarily doing the exact same thing if one or the other doesn't enjoy that same thing. Because, like, not everybody enjoys building miniatures and painting them up. Some people really just want to play with them. That's all they care about. And that's cool. Like, I am not one of those people. I like the hobby side too much, but yes. All right, so I need to figure out how this actually fits in, because for some reason I'm not grokking it. So it goes this way. It faces this. No, I do have it facing the right way. Okay. And then there we go.
You know, I'm thinking about it too. Also, half of the women there that were playing Warhammer also became professional game designers.
True.
So it's sort of a weird field in general.
Very, very true. Okay, let's go ahead and get that into place. Bam.
Professional game designers or you.
True.
Yeah.
True. That doesn't surprise me. I know Japan actually has a fairly large growing scene of Warhammer 40K players. I think there's finally being some overlap between like the gunpla folk and miniaturists.
They're gonna have to figure out how to price against the Japanese market, because right now, I mean, as someone who has been looking at Gunpla a little bit in the last month or so, okay, Gunpla from the manufacturer when it is released. So if I go and like buy the most modern Gundam kit that's being sold straight from the manufacturer, they range $30 to like $100 for the most extreme examples.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
By extreme, I mean this thing is going to be a centerpiece on a shelf. It's going to stand 15 inches tall. And it's probably got wings coming out a foot in every direction.
Yeah.
Comparing that to Warhammer, where $45 gets you a captain.
It's just
and
like
$45 in Gunpla gets you a Warhound Titan-sized
thing.
mecha.
Yep. I'm very curious if you could end up using any of the scales of Gundam as Titans or Knights.
So, I was actually thinking about that earlier when we were talking about the scale.
Yes.
So, what did we guesstimate this scale is at?
144, which would be the HG, right?
Uh-huh.
And the real grade?
Yes.
Nice.
So, I'm thinking that while the Gunpla you built for this week's video is too large, being 100 scale, think about how big Hero Yui is in it.
Exactly.
Bring it down to 144. I think that's about right, because a Gundam would be probably not as tall as a Warlord type, but it would be taller than a Warhound.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, a Warhound would sort of look like a dwarf to it.
He's so cool.
So yes, maybe we'll learn how to play Titanicus. We'll just use 144 scale Gunpla.
There we go.
That is a gimmick that I am actually not opposed to thinking about.
I agree.
We have the terrain for it.
We do have the terrain for it. There are some Gunpla models out there for like $500. Don't get me wrong. There are some very expensive ones out there. But like, that's when you're getting into like you're building the, not only are you building the skeleton of the thing, but you're building like the interior skeleton and then an exterior skeleton, and then you're building the actual endoskeleton.
I would also want to know what $500 kit you are looking at that's $500 MSRP and isn't a kit they made 15 years ago.
That's no longer available. That's also
no
true.
longer made and is therefore in demand because
it's out of print now.
Because yeah, there is a difference in that. And that is a big difference between Warhammer and Gunpla. If you want something from Unicorn, you only have a couple of years to get it in Gunpla before it's going to get really expensive. Theoretically, Warhammer is already really expensive, so you're not really saving anything anyway.
Very true. Also, I would like to just say, I agree with Robert. To any of our trans folks that are lurking or whatever that are in the chat, like you guys are awesome, and the executive orders do not define who you are.
That's correct.
So don't let don't let anybody tell you who you are. You know who you are, and definitely don't let our government define who you are.
Yeah.
Girl.
I was just making the point because we had a very unusual demographic layout.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I don't even think it was tied to specifically like that comment.
Okay,
Robert was just saying like because of who our president is right now, like,
yes, I'm aware.
and all of that junk makes me angry.
Let's not. I
know. All right, but we have some guns being built, which I do enjoy. Now, hopefully I didn't. I hope I can just set this on. I didn't really pay attention to whether or not. Oh, good. I think I can just take them apart before they glue. I think I need to actually have this inside first. Oh yeah. Okay, that would have been bad. I almost borked that up because I was getting angry. What am I listening to?
Eminem.
I think it is.
Just go back on YouTube and find a different playlist. If this gets copyright struck, it's not a big deal.
No, I agree. Where's our Warhammer music that we were using last time?
Just search like Warhammer painting music. That should bring it.
There we go. I mean, we're probably already boned when it comes to the music, honestly, if that's... Because I feel like I might have heard some other, like, known songs, but
whatever.
Whatever.
Not how we make our money.
It's true. It's true. Okay, and now I almost borked this.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's not your fault. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Okay. So what I need to do is I need this to sit in here. How does this... How did I do that? I had it in place, and then I took it out of place. Okay, there we go. I do have a Discord, but it's only for my patrons. I'm not... Like, because I myself am not super active on Discord, I don't have, like, a super big public one. I leave it to people who just want to do, like, full support, because I don't post on there super regularly. But if you want to join, that's how to do it.
Like once a week.
I'm on there like once a week. I get on there about once a week to try to make sure I'm checking in on things, posting about like what we're doing, etc. But I'm not like on there every day just because it's... I've never been a big forum person myself. I try to be, but I'm not good at it. But that's my only Discord. If you want a really good Discord that is public, I would recommend joining the Hobby Collabs Discord. They do have a public Discord. They're great. They're super active on there. And it's a great community. So definitely check them out as well. You can find a link on their Instagram. I'll see. I unfortunately am not logged in to be able to type. Well, actually, hold on. Can I do it on my phone? Where's my phone? Oh, there it is. I was like, I know I had it up here. I looked something else up earlier. Alright, let me do this for you. But yeah, if you want to join my Discord, you can find a link in the description to my...
You can send the Patreon link.
Oh yeah, I can, can't I?
Yeah, so go ahead and link to our Patreon. If you want to go ahead and support the channel, you want to... And I mean that in a safe for work way, in case that's anyone's concern.
Right.
The Patreon and Discord are safe for work, safe for 13 plus, etc.
Just finding my link to the Patreon.
Is it not patreon.com/hobby now?
It should be, yes, but I would like to just copy the link to make sure that it's the correct one. Alright, here is...
Open.
There we go, here we go. Copy link. Alright, here you go, chat. So that's the link to the Patreon if you want to support us. But yes, if you want to, like, if there's another Discord that you'd like to join that is great as a just hobby community, I do recommend the Hobby Collab Discord. You can find links to that on their Instagram page.
And tell them we sent you so we can guilt them into doing more collabs.
Yes, and tell them that I sent you so that we can guilt them into doing more collabs with me, because I want to get Meg over here to do more things. She's very busy running live streams at LVO and all of that. I'm very excited for her. That was really cool, actually, and I'm like, I caught a couple of the streams and they were... Yes, Meg is fantastic. I want her to come over and hang out with me and do some painting streams and, like, maybe, like, have a rematch in Blood Bowl. That is still on my, like, goals for her to come over and do that, so... but I know she's been, like... She has been super, like, prepping for everything that just happened at LVO and making sure that that's gonna go well and all this stuff. And damn, did they, like, pull it off. Like, they did a great job. What am I looking for? Clippers, I think, is what I'm looking for, which are right here. And then I also need this sprue. I was losing my mind. All right, here we go. 16 and 15. 16? 15. I got my nibbles when I took a, when I went on my break, so don't worry.
What?
Nibbles.
Oh, okay. I definitely did not hear that the first time.
I think you heard a completely different word.
It wasn't that completely different, I'll be honest with you. It's very similar. Very similar.
You know what? That's fair. That's absolutely fair. No, but I got a snack. A snack. Earlier, and I've already had my soda for the day, so I'm having one of my little lychee drinks. So don't worry. And I'm sure this is dehydrating me plenty. Well, some of you then have your minds in dirty places, and I approve. Okay. Let me glue these together. Yes. Or they are twin-linked. No, they're not. Never mind. They're just an incisor pattern melted lance. I dropped things. Also left giant sprue marks. Slash should treat all of us well. I mean, he is the Prince of Pleasure after all. My patron. Is that just a giant chunk of sprue? Yep, I think it was. How uncouth. Alright, let's get these glued together. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, he definitely eats. Don't worry.
Who?
You.
Yes.
And this slot's in here. Okay. We're gonna let those dry a bit more. And while that's doing that, we're gonna set them over yonder. So we'll come back to those. The head can go there. Where's the one I cleaned? Oh, there it is. There's our extra pieces that I accidentally flipped out when I didn't mean to because I wasn't paying attention to the fact that I had options. We're going to look at the Natrix Shock Lance. Natrix? Natrix sounds... Yeah, Natrix sounds better. D1 and D2. Listen, because all of our brains are very Slaanesh thoughts right now, my brain was sticking there. D2. D1. These nuts. There we go. Where is... Did you take it? Yeah, I see it. Can you hand it to me? D3. Thank you. Oh, is that modern?
Yep.
Nice. I like that. Is that your? No, obviously not, because he just drove off. I like that guy has a motorcycle. Well, that's fucking cool. I like your motorcycle then. D3, there it is. Found it, chat. Found the elusive piece I was looking for. Warhammer names are great, especially orc names. Really, orc names for anything are fantastic. Not just for their weapons, but like just everything. Alright, we also need D6. Let's go ahead and get that out too. I like... Okay, so I like the Shock Lance's little... I'm guessing the little rod that delivers the shock. It's cool. This is a pretty straightforward build, I say as I almost drop the piece. Go. Also, that's a giant piece of flashlight I left on there. Cleaned up. Easy peasy. Okay, so it goes like that. That's a weird thing to get banned for. But then again, people are weird. Especially on the internet. That's cleaned up, looking good. Except that I left a lot of dust. Okay, and then this piece is gonna go... Oh, actually right there, and it sits in there really nicely. I do like when GW actually makes it so that things like plug in really smoothly and actually have a bit of depth to be able to really sit into a piece so that the glue can solidly just hold it there. Alright, so that's another one built. Let's see, these should be probably secure enough that I can actually press them in. Yep, without separating them apart. I did before. Okay, so that's going in. That goes like that. Wonderful. I'm gonna put a little bit more glue at those gaps because I didn't put any previously, and they do actually connect, so that'll give it a little bit of a stronger hold. Love it. I'm gonna keep it facing that way for right now so that it doesn't have any glue accidentally drip onto my mat or anything. That would be bad. Maybe they just had a bad experience with somebody else who was actually trying to be that way. Because there's like... I disagree with, by simply enjoying 40k, you're automatically promoting fascism. Like, that's not accurate, I don't think. But I definitely am not going to argue that there aren't some people who do enjoy 40k and also promote fascism. It's unfortunate.
They are a minority.
But they are a minority, and if that's the reason that a community is gatekeeping you because you like 40k and they're just afraid of anybody that likes 40k, I just feel like that's just them being a little bigoted, honestly. But people are going to behave weirdly on the internet, especially when they have anonymity and when they have like control over like a Discord server and they can just like ban people willy-nilly. D5 and D4 is the next ones that we need. There's 5. So weird, though. There's the other weird looking piece. There it is. Another little rod-like thing. Nope. Nope. Why aren't you popping out easily? There you go. Alright. D5, D4. So I can either, so the Nitrix, Shock Lance, and the Ursus Claw use a similar base. Okay, so I should probably build another one. D6, or D1 and D2. There's another one, yep. I will probably end up magnetizing both so that they can, at least their arms, but both their waists too, just so that we can make sure to be able to swap any of them off. Because I assume it doesn't really actually matter whether or not it's Chaos or Imperial, like Loyalists, when it comes to the weapons, right? They haven't sort of distinguished them that much yet. I know, like, down the line in 40k they do, but...
They're using the same.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
With the exception of a few, like, specific super weapons that particular Chaos gets.
Okay, well, that makes sense. But, like, generally, though, like, the Knights are not going to have, like, differentiated their weapons yet.
Nope.
Okay, that makes sense. Cool. So then my plan for magnetizing both will work. I agree. We are in difficult times and we absolutely need to be good to one another. 100%. This is why I like you guys, chat. You are good to one another and you're very supportive. Both of each other, of me, hobby as a whole. It's great. You're working on a Halfling Blood Bowl team with 6 treemen? Are we now listening to, like... Does that sound Lord of the Ringsy? Okay, no, we're still on the same playlist.
Might be Lord of the Rings.
That's true, it might. That is fine. Alright, where... Oh, the... D3. We need another D3. There's one. Boop. 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 Whack. I'm really liking these little sanding blocks that I got. They're good. They're the right size for my hand. That looks better. There we go. I should go back to my actual scene so I can see what I'm doing. Well, that's awesome! Thank you, Lexi. I really appreciate you becoming a member of the server. It's lovely to have you in there, and I'm sure I will stop on after I'm done with the stream and give you a proper greeting in the Discord. But it's lovely to have you there. I look forward to seeing what you're working on. And feel free to get to know the other members of the Patreon. They're awesome folk. Wonderful. All right. Okay, so this... How does this go together? This connects onto... Oh, do I need two? So this goes... Oh, oh, okay, that's cool. Kind of like a harpoon.
It might be.
Well, it's called an Ursa claw, and so like I thought it was gonna be like when I first saw that I thought it was gonna end up being like a power fist or even
You know, they got some harpoon like big O fists.
Yeah, no, this is really cool. I like the look of this thing. I really do enjoy, and I'm very sad that we don't have... Oop. I'm just doing some sanding right now, so I'll go to full screen. So what I was saying is, like, I really do enjoy the diversity in weapons that I feel like Horus Heresy era stuff gets. As opposed to... Like, not to say that the modern stuff isn't still interesting, but I don't know, I feel like the stuff that we get in Horus Heresy era is just a little bit more interesting. Like, it seems to be...
I suspect what it is because it's more expensive. It allows them to justify a bit fancier sculpting and printing.
That's probably... Like, that seems very likely.
And or just more experimentation because they don't have to sell it to the more generalized market.
That actually probably is an even more likely thing, I would say, just because I do feel like all of these weapons feel more experimental, at least in regards to their aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just an interest. Like, I lament that is lost in 40K. Like, not to say that 40K doesn't have some interesting or unique looking weapons, but I feel like there's just less of them, and or less...
They've just been getting...
They don't push themselves... Yeah, they don't push themselves anymore as much. There is less diversification amongst, say, the Space Marine line. Like, they're still diversifying, say, like, the Eldar from the Drukhari, from the Space Marines, from the Guardsmen, etc. But I feel like the diversity within those factions is becoming less and less definitive and just super homogenized.
Well, it's because also even in narrative, it's Paul has invented the best gun ever. It's a plasma machine gun.
True.
Why would everyone not adopt this?
True.
And you know, it's very similar to, you know, the idea of like I want, you know, if you want to make a modern military FPS, and you want it to be realistic, and I don't want to use any guns that are just in there for gimmicks. I only want to use what's really used in reality. And it's like, okay, you're going to be using like Kalashnikovs, like 1911s, and like, you know, a few other modern, like, mass-produced weapons.
True, yeah.
So I feel like Warhammer sort of limited themselves narratively by doing the entire Paul has invented new weapons and given them to everyone.
Which is funny because for the longest time, sorry, excuse me. For the longest time, they weren't inventing new things. Like, that was heresy.
Yeah, well, that's why Call was a big deal.
True.
Because Call showed up with a letter signed by the Emperor that said, Call,
has
make
permission.
New things.
And he's like, all right. You got it, boss. Okay. The claw was crooked. I fixed it.
The worst is a crooked claw.
It's true. Thank you for subscribing, Clockwork. It's lovely to have you here. And Pavman, welcome back. Dude, did you ever answer what kind of, sushi you were eating?
This woman's obsessed.
I must know. If you have, I missed it. Tell me again. While I clip out D18.
Which 18?
D.
Oh.
The 18th one, in fact. And 17. You did twice? God damn it. Okay, tell me one more time. Because I missed it both times, Halfman. I'm sorry. I probably got distracted. With bullshit.
That sounds accurate.
It's very me. It's a very me thing to do. Do they make blowfish sushi?
Yeah.
Oh. I would not want to eat that. I don't care how, like, safe the chef has been proven. Like, he's been like, I've performed this 1,000,000 times. Literally 1,000,000 times. I'd be like, nope. I can't, I don't trust myself to not somehow swallow it the wrong way and to kill me. No! I did not see the message about your dinos, Robert. Okay, hold on, I'm going back. I'm going back.
She doesn't see anything.
Oh my god, I'm going back so far and I don't see it. Are you guys sure that you're actually answering my questions and you're not just fucking with me? Okay, they are gunplay models. No, those are, no, that's the gunplay models you were talking about. Damn it, hold on.
Have they not relieved you of this burden yet?
Okay, I have one I see now. Your sushi list. You had a nigiri and a maki combo.
Oh my god.
A crunch California roll, a spicy California roll, and a California salad roll. What is a California salad roll? Is it like a salad with California rolls in it? And the models are from Conquest Orcs faction. Oh, sick. I have seen the, well, I don't know if I've seen the Orcs riding dinos, but I have seen some of the Conquest miniatures that are the large dinos. That's really cool. That's awesome. Okay, we've cleared both of those questions. Good job, guys. This time, I saw the answers. Did I not? I thought I did, Havman. Well, you know that I appreciate you. Wow. Well, don't judge. Stop it, Chaos Cultist.
Wow.
No. No.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
That's like copyright infringement?
Gimmick infringement.
Gimmick infringement? That's right. That's what I meant. Not copyright. What am I thinking? I'm not thinking. That's the problem. What am I doing? I'm building. Do I have enough to make 2 of these? Do I have enough to make 4 of these? Okay, I only have enough to make 2. I'm gonna go ahead and make 1 each of the 2 types of missile pods. Does that sound good to you, CZ?
You are a free and independent woman.
Well, because of some of the, I'm gonna make all of the knights have interchangeable arms, so
Okay.
I figured. Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know if that's good. I don't know.
Why do you think I know anything?
Angela, did you get cold ones for your lizard army? Not yet. I have not bought any cold ones yet, Luke.
We do have some ancient dark elf ones.
That's true. I do have some ancient dark elf ones.
Plastic, the first plastic ones they ever did.
Oh boy, were you trying to see your dad?
Yeah. You have to meow, boy. You have to speak up. You have to alert me to your presence.
I just woke up. I was being a little sleepy. But no, yeah, I've not gotten any cold ones specifically for the lizardmen. Do you guys have a... Well, you know, it's only on 1 arm, so it wouldn't matter. So I am going to build 1 of each. You can't stop me. I mean, I guess you could stop me if you somehow magically burst into my room and, like, whipped the... Like, just whacked the kit out of my hand. But
Yes.
that would be assault, and I don't think any of you would do that. Nor... Well, actually, I don't know. Some of you might be wizards and teleport. Who knows? Alright, and then I'm gonna need one of these, basically 1 of each of these types of missiles. So let's just get those clipped out to save ourselves the effort later. I like this. Boop. And a boop. I don't know if GW would ever go full katana. Honestly, like, I'm trying to think.
Even the Tau blades are sort of, well, they're more what's the short version called?
Tonto.
Tonto, yeah. They have some Tonto like weapons.
Yeah, and I think like no, I guess the Eldar really don't. Cause like the Dark Eldar have more
Banshees have similar.
Do they? Okay,
Yeah.
so like yeah, I think like the closest thing that you're gonna ever see for like katanas and 40k, just because GW doesn't really go into like Asian aesthetics super heavily with their stuff, honestly. Like the closest thing I can think of is like the Eldar have a little bit of...
Well, there's the Chinese faction in fantasy.
Yes, there is the Chinese faction in fantasy, but I mean in like 40k though. Like specifically 40k. I don't know, like the closest thing would be like the Khans with like the white scars.
Yeah, but they use scimitars.
Right, because they're Mongolian, not like they're not Japanese.
Right.
And I don't actually know if like are there any Space Marine factions that are like samurai based and or
I'm sure.
I don't know what the
I'm sure
like
White Dwarf has published something in the decades that has been it.
Uh-huh.
But I suspect they were, heavily kidnapped.
Right, that's what I'm wondering. And like, cause like I also don't remember of there being any, and forgive me, I'm actually not, I don't know if I actually know the name for like a Chinese warrior, like, cause I know there is
Like a Wushu warrior?
yeah, or something like that. I don't know if that's like the term, but like just like the I guess the typical Chinese warrior you think of when you hear like Chinese warrior.
Well, it depends on the dynasty, kind of.
True,
That's what tech they had developed.
True.
Because I think there was a period where it was more like peasant spearmen, but then there was more professional army era.
True, that's absolutely like accurate. Oh, well, the other thing too, when you like speaking to the Warhammer fantasy battles with the oh my god, I'm blanking on what they're called in the game. What are the dragons like? What the? I don't remember what they're. Yeah, I'm completely blanking on what they're called, but like that faction, they didn't. Cathay, thank you. They didn't really have like miniatures prior.
I don't think so.
Like if they did, I would have to guess that they were limited runs and or part of the those made to order ones that they would do for like the same thing with like the Dogs of War. Yeah, because like I don't remember ever seeing anybody have like a full Cathay armor.
No, I don't remember them ever being in White Dwarf either. I remember Cathay was and over beyond there is Grand Cathay.
Right.
Which is based on the Orient, is as far as it ever went in like the texts I remember seeing.
Right. Yeah, so like it's interesting. They just don't seem to do much with the like that part of the world when it comes to their loyalists in 40k. Like they do a little bit with it in fantasy, but even like in Age of Sigmar, there's not really a faction that's specifically like I would consider like Asian. We have the Lizardmen, which are like Mesoamerican. And then there's a lot of like European-based like factions and everything, but and then there's just a bunch of fantasy ones. Yeah, like outside of Total War Warhammer 3, that's kind of what I've figured is like Grand Cathay doesn't really have support. California Salad Roll basically has no meat in it. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It is 8:10.
Ah, we should probably wrap soon, which is actually great because I just finished. Hold on. One moment. I have one final thing that I need to stick on, and then we can absolutely call it. This will be a great time for us to end it. So, let me just clip these two number 19s out so that we can put them on our two missile launchers. And then we'll have built all of our weapons, and I can figure out where exactly I need to put my magnets. Should be great. But we'll do that. I'll do that later. Whoa, really? I know you want lap time. I know, honey. It's okay. He sounds so sad.
You made him say it.
Jack, I didn't mean to make you sad. He is in charge. You're absolutely right. Hey, bud. I'm here.
Did you show him on camera yet?
Not yet. Meow. Oh my goodness, so cute.
He's so active.
He very much is. That's great. Okay, I'm not going to attach these yet because there's a chance we also might want to magnetize these because they seem to be basically to be able to make it so that this can either go on the left or the right. So that might also be something we end up wanting to magnetize. So I'm not going to attach those yet. So, but we got it flipped out, which is what we were going for. All right, everybody.
Okay, hold on. You have to show him.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
He is declaring
his presence. Oh, here, hold on.
Here's a cat.
Me. Here is... Oh, please don't call me. All right, here is the little boy. He says, "Good night, everybody. Mother must go feed me. I am majestic." Oh no, you ran out of edibles. That's so sad. Well, that's okay. we're gonna end things. Oh no, don't be sad. Don't be sad. Watch the cat, Jack. Watch the cat. Watch the Jack dance is what I meant to say. Alright, he's had enough of me. I don't want him clawing up too much of my costume.
To be fair, that would still be accurate.
It really would. Alright, guys. That's gonna be it for me. No. Okay, good. I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for hanging out. Yes, it does have co-op. Just keep in mind, ominously baked art, that
the main makes all the decisions.
Yeah, the main player, like whoever is playing the rogue trader, does still make all the decisions. So like while you can have people control either
there are mods though that allow for varied control on Nexus Mod Manager. I don't have experience with them though, so I can't give you recommendations.
True, but there are some out there. So if you want to give like your friends a little bit more control, that might be the way to do it. But again, we've not tried them, so I can't give full recommendations on which ones to attempt. But there's usually really good reviews and stuff for those kinds of things, so I'm sure you'll be able to find it. But yes, I will see you guys all later. It was lovely having you here tonight. If I do stream tomorrow, I think it's going to end up being Rogue Trader just because I am taking a trip over to the P.O. Box, and that's a little bit of a round trip. About 3 hours round trip, so not too bad or anything, but it's a little tiring sometimes. So I might do a little bit of a later stream, and it may end up being Rogue Trader, or it may end up being some more building. I haven't decided yet, but there's a chance we'll see you tomorrow. If I don't stream tomorrow, no, it's because I went to the P.O. Box and I decided that I didn't want to, and I'll see you guys on Thursday, which is our next normally scheduled stream. Anyways, it was great having you here. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody.